Good, everybody. Good, everybody. Hey, yeah, good afternoon, morning. Yeah, it's still technically morning here, 45 after 11 on the East Coast. Good morning, soon to be afternoon to everybody. Dadman Walking 55 here, just coming live on a day off from work. Yes, I am off today, and I am just experimenting, just coming in this time on a regular work day here in the U.S. I'll be multitasking as I'm getting stuff set up. I kind of decided this truly is an impromptu chill chat coming, just really, you know, to talk about our day a little bit, see what's going on with all you great people out here. Hopefully, get a lot of you guys over there in Europe and other parts of the world uh, a chance to see some stuff here. Like I'm saying, I'm multitasking right now, so bear with me. Yeah, I hate multitasking, but I do it miserably. And the missus chose to do a little sprite for me today. So sit back, relax. We're going to go for a few hours. I don't know how long, whatever. I'll be having to check some things too, in and out of different things that I'm going with. Um, so, like I said, I'm setting up the chat. I'm setting up different things at once. But since I was late, you know, I didn't want to keep the stream behind. And so now I'm having to do all my cleanup work that, yeah, probably should I have done it earlier? Yeah, I should have done it beforehand. But I'd set the StreamYard and I did not want to just, you keep people waiting and have the notifications not be right. So just doing some things here. So, oh crap, really? Ugh. Don't you hate when you don't see your cursor and you put something in the wrong spot? There you go. Good. Come on. There you go. There you go. And there you go. And then hold on. Yes, we got. There we go. It is out in the Discord. Yay! Discord is our friend, they tell me. I don't know. Hell with it. Hey, we got two people here. One of them is, I guess it's both me, on the YouTube and the Twitch side. Hey, welcome. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. It sounds like a Billy Idol song. All right. So anyway, just getting things going. Like I said, we'll see what happens. We'll see how the day goes. We'll see. It's really an impromptu. Really, we'll see. I'm going to play some Ticket to Ride for a bit. Give people a chance to see where they're at, what's going on. I mean, I got to get the tweets out. Yes, professionalism, not in Twitter, not in YouTube, but hey, since when am I a professional? I'm dad, man. I do it my way. I do it the hard way sometimes, but hey, let's see what the heck. All right, all righty. So anyway, I'm going to do this. Like I said, getting some more stuff out. So try to keep my eyes on the. Um, let's see. Uh, no, I can't type either. No, can't type. No, can't type. No, can't type. All right, let's say live now. There. Let's go over here. Let's see. Multitasking at its finest. We fail miserably. So, all right. All right, got that. So then now we need to be here. Do we have anybody here in the chat yet? No, I'm still lonely. Oh well. Oh, hey, this is a day night at work. So all right. Yeah. Let's see. Hit the twitch.tv/dadmanwalking55. Yes. And let's see. There we go. There. Paste. that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. That's okay. That's close enough. Right, here we go. There. Okay, the tweet's out. We got the tweet. We got the Discord. We got the 2 message groups. All right. So now I have that in the background. I have that. I have my email in case I get a response from a good friend. Now we get there. Oh, sorry. All right, there we go. There we go. We're back to the YouTube suite. StreamYard suite. All right. So, folks, hey, oh my goodness, we've had a great growth. We've got on the 5th of December, we're going to have a 24-hour stream. Jeez, don't do that, Dad, man. Oh, crap. Oh, give me a second. No. All right, let me do this. So. All right. So I had to take some medicine. I kind of forgotten that for a bit. Oh boy, so what shall we do today? Well, let me start off. I'm going to play a game called Ticket to Ride, which a lot of you know about already. Let me get that open. But I'm going to start talking some sports ball. Why not? We'll get the Ticket to Ride getting set up in the background while I'm also multitasking. We got 2 people here. Yay! That's me. So, all right. Ticket to Ride's here. All right. So, all right. Now, hi, Mrs. How are you today? Thank you for lurking. Great show this morning. Hope you had fun with it. And I'm going to put stuff out there about your show, your channel, as the day progresses. Great show today. Glad you had fun. Hope it was well. Also, wonderful time we had shopping this morning. We got to shop. We got up, went to the Lego store. Mrs. has got new surprises coming. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, it was. It's amazing how much your money goes fast on Legos. But we took care of that. We did that. We had breakfast at the Waffle House. Oh my goodness! Shoot. Maybe we'll talk about the Waffle House some today. I got to figure. I'll have to multitask with my pictures to my computer type thing because I took a couple pictures today of some of our food, and our missus, I think you did. If you could DM me that one picture, I can pull that off at the tweet twat. But just also got kind of snacky with the sweet and salty nuts that I have. So it's all good. Yeah. Sorry. Just hit a spot where I needed something. I apologize. I am actually doing something on particular with this. So let's take a look at a little bit of sports today. Why? Because you know what? Hell with it. I want to. Jack Del Rio got fired by the Washington Commanders. Dallas torched the Washington defense yesterday, winning I think 45-10. Yep, 45-10. Which means Washington falls to 4-8, have lost 3 in a row, including yesterday 45-10 on Thanksgiving Day, 8 of the past 10. They had hoped the defense would be a consistent force, but did not go well for Jack Del Rio, who was a former Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. I believe he was also at Oakland or somewhere else too as a head coach at one point. So let's see. Of course, Washington is one of those teams that's had a lot of turmoil past year. They opened the season with the defensive line considered one of the best. All 4 starters have been first-round draft picks, but the group failed to produce. So they traded both defensive ends. Wow. One to Chicago, one to San Francisco. So go figure with that. Oh, my goodness. So according to the 2 defensive tackles regressed. So, yeah, actually, Del Rio was head coach in Jacksonville from 2003 to 2011. I believe he's the one that replaced Tom Coughlin, the initial Jacksonville Jaguars head coach, and the Raiders from 2015 to 2017. He was also defensive coordinator for 1 season in Carolina and 3 seasons with Denver. So oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, boy. There's other stuff that oh, gosh, yeah. And then there's other side action with him. But that's the latest in sports. With that, let me see if there's other headlines that are here. Here's an interesting story here that with DaRon Bland for the Dallas Cowboys yesterday had another pick six, which is an interception return for a touchdown. He tied the league single season record for interception returns for a touchdown with his 4th on Sunday. He just needed 5 days. He returned an interception 63 yards for the Cowboys' final score in a 45-10 win over the Washington Commanders yesterday on Thanksgiving Day. So entering Thursday, Bland had been tied with Eric Allen, 1993, Jim Kearney in 1972, and Ken Houston, 1971. I had Ken Houston's playing card as a kid. Wow, I remember that name for the record. Wow. Bland has more defensive touchdowns than any other team this season. Wow, with 5. The Indianapolis Colts are second with 3. So you got one player on one team with 5 scores when he's outscored any other defensive teams defensively. 5 touchdowns are equal to notable offensive players like Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley, and Las Vegas running back Josh Jacobs. This is something, though, folks. This is really interesting. This is the part with sports ball that really gets kind of cool with things. It truly does, because it's it is. This is the geeky stuff. This is the nerdy stuff. This is the stuff that transcends football. When you look at patterns and stuff like that, Mrs., if you're able to, can you retweet the tweet out for me that I did? This is, I think, the beauty and the most interesting thing of football is the fact that you have the things like this, weird oddities, stats, things like that. That is what I contend is making football and sports in general one of those areas that it's not boring. It can have its own culture. So sorry. After the game, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys quarterback, said, as I said, the first time y'all asked me about the guy, hell of a player, prepares, does everything right way. I can't say that. I'm surprised. Bland's record setter came after jumping out to after jumping an out route. Let me phrase that again. His record setter came after he jumped an out route from Washington's Sam Howell to Jahan Dotson on the 2nd and 10 for the Dallas 43. After breaking on the ball, the Cowboys sideline erupted as he ran. Howell nearly brought him down at the Washington 17, but he sidestepped the quarterback, then eluded Brian Robinson Jr. and Terry McLaurin at the 11 to get in the end zone. Bland said, I wasn't going to be denied on that one, so that his family from California was at the game. So they had a wild, as if the NFL celebrations for touchdowns, and especially defensive turnovers and scores, are not enough. Well, guess what? This one was a wild one too. But hey, all right, and thank you, Mrs., for doing that. I appreciate it so much. Love you, sweetheart. hope you're having a good day today, and rest up, relax, and you know, uh, always say hi if you'd like, and but you sit back, you relax, and get your recharge because it's been a long day, folks. It has been a long day since yesterday. We've had a bunch of stuff that we had going on. We had the early morning today, and a lot of other things, and I'll talk about Black Friday today a little bit more as we go along. Let's see. Actually, Bland opened the season with a 22-yard touchdown in Dallas's 40-0 win against the Giants. After Trayvon Diggs hit Barkley so hard the ball popped in the air. Second came against New England Patriots when Mac Jones tried to, throw an interception. It was a 54 yards for a score. His third is a 30-yard return against the Rams, and against the win on Sunday against Carolina Panthers. That was the fourth. So, thank you, Mrs. Sorry about that. The reminder. So, but hey, it's all good. Good to let's see where we're going to. Like I said, I'm still getting in the flow today. I've got a couple moving parts with some things, and I'm actually just taking a look at things as I am doing some different things. They're trying, the good old multitasking, but definitely so good to have you guys here today. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. Hopefully, y'all, sit back, relax. If you've digested your turkey, have some more. Whatever you want to do, make it a great day. All righty, so like I said, just having to check some things here. Got a number of things definitely working, but all right, the missus. All right, thank you, Mrs. Appreciate that. So, of course, I don't have Mrs.'s. I have Mrs.'s picture on my phone, but getting that from my phone to her to this picture is going to be interesting. It will be kind of take a few minutes. So let's see here. But it can be done. I mean, we've got I think a fourth person here lurking, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. I'm going to save that to. Let's see. All right. Let's see. We'll call that Waffle House 1. But hey. Yeah. All right. Go there. All right. Hey. Yep. I know. Thank you so much for that. I thank you for that. Let me see. What did I do with my phone? Oh, it's right here. So, just taking my time, sitting back. We have nothing to do. It's a day off. It's a good day to just do. It's that weather here is actually gray, dreary. Not a lot to be done. Yeah, we probably were on the news today, so it's kind of cool. Let's see. Mrs. I emailed you a picture. Can you take that and DM it back to me? Because that way I'll reserve it for when I decide to talk about the Waffle House, a classic American institution. Really a great place to be for a hot meal, or just if you need to burn off some energy, that type of stuff. Oh shoot, Mrs. I got a second one I'm going to send you. Sorry about that. All right. Send me those two when you can. I'd appreciate it. On that note, I'm going to keep going with the sports until we can get, we'll see. I'll go to different stories when people come in, as they come in, if they come in. So, I'm going to share the screen. This just looks weird. This could look weird on so many different levels here. This picture that's right here, it's just, I'm sorry. I'm just, it's like, is it, if you look up here, is it getting the Heimlich? Really not sure what that look is. That could be really, really, really bad look there. So, anyway, just thought that was kind of funny from looking at that sucker. All right. So today we actually have college football games. Let me go through the day in college football, which means I will turn the damn TV on. Though, hold on. Give me 1 second. I am still here. I am looking to. Yes, I will have college football in the background for whatever the heck I end up doing. I will have. We'll be playing some Ticket to Ride in just a little bit, so we'll see what happens with that. Oh, Iowa, Nebraska. Oh my God, that's on CBS. Ooh, Emergency's on TV, but I can't broadcast that. TCU at Oklahoma. Miami at Boston College. Let's go with that game today. Well, you know what? No, let me not. Let me not do that there because I can get that over on the other one. Let me go with sorry. We are going to go with a different game. We are going to go TCU Oklahoma. We're going to try that. TCU, by the way, which is a team that played in the play, not just the playoffs, but the national championship game last year, has not had the same type of season this year. They are on the road at Norman, Oklahoma. It's still tied at 0 early in the game, and we will keep an eye on that. So let's look at today's list of games. Actually, we'll look at the we'll bring it up and we look at it. Thank you for DMing it, Mrs. The other stuff. All right. So it's go. Hello. Oh, I got my good friend Rolo. Matt, how are you today?
Good morning, sir. Well. I'm fine.
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Vice
Right now,
versa, sir.
what's that?
Vice versa, sir. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Well, you caught me. I'm just, it's just me right now and the missus out there, and I appreciate you coming in and kind of, if you don't want to hang as long as you want to, I'm kind of, it's one of those chill chats where I have no agenda. I have nothing planned. It's just scripting, unscripted, just talking about random things that come up. So, and I was talking a little bit of American football. Yes, sir.
There is a thing. There's numbers out about the Black Friday and Star Wars merchandise sellings.
And really?
Oh, yes. And they ain't looking good. The thing is, retailers beforehand seem to not being willing to giving even sales space to Star Wars. So in the whole wide of the big retailers like Walmart, Walgreens, and so forth, so on, those are giving half a common column to Star Wars products only, while they're giving 2 full columns to products of Mario, Peaches, and Nintendo products, right?
Right. The kids love the Nintendo. Nintendo's not gone wrong. Mario Kart was one of the greatest games of all time. Everybody loves to play Mario Kart. You look at the recent success of the movie.
Oh yes, and the movie was good. You have to say that it was very entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was not controversial. I guess some people might have had a few issues, but it really seemed to be something for the fans to enjoy. And they really did a good job. Like when they did Sonic, when they went back and reshot parts of Sonic.
Yes. Also very enjoyable movies. Very, very good. Very good. Both of them.
Well, we'll take a chance and look at it in a little bit. All right. sit back with me. I'm going to talk a little bit of American football. Okay.
That's fine, sir.
All right. And if you'd like to ask questions, I'd love to tell you about it as much as I can. And you know what? We could talk hockey. We could even talk uh, world football if you like, or if we get some
Oh,
people come in here, if we get some people.
Foki is a sensible topic because after yesterday, I failed as a vice president, not keeping on cooking for 6 more hours for my president. I'm not sure if I'm not fired. I may be fired, right?
No,
By that moment.
I don't think he's going to fire you. I do not think he's going to fire you. Um, so I got a few things while we're talking real quick. Let's talk about. I'm working in the background on something while we're talking, but let's talk about yesterday a little bit. That was a very fun stream, and we really enjoyed having you and getting to spend time with you like that. And just what about cooking? Or is it that you like that you find so fascinating?
Yeah, what I said basically yesterday in the stream, it first it was a necessity while picking up studies. I was 100 miles away from home. A university was not in my hometown, right?
Hmm.
So I had to go out, and first of all, you eat canned food, and then you get sick of it. Really, it's no, it's always the same. No, it
Well,
tastes.
to your point with that, when my oldest started checking out colleges, that's one thing the kid looked for was the food
Yeah.
service. Some place
Oh,
was like so industrialized kitchen and so few options, and then ended up taking a school that, well, we had personal experience, actually served good food, fresh food, had salad bars, had different options in it compared to the other.
oh
That's a big
no.
decision for a student, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is something important, maybe more important nowadays than in our days, because in our days we were happy when we gained any space in any university, no, and
Hmm.
you eat what you'll get.
Oh, I know.
It's a little
So
bit different, right?
it's just, yeah, and
But
see,
yeah,
I always liked the fast food. That's one of those. I didn't want to expend the effort to cook. But of course, I lived at home with my parents through school, so I was actually in a different situation. I did not, live in a dorm. I did not live anything like that, so I didn't have to shop. I didn't have to do all that other stuff. I, which has its advantages, but
it is. It has.
yes, yes, but is I think it was fascinating to see, and I'm glad we had a good turnout.
And you
And I
see, I got not stressed out at all,
No, you
right?
did not. I know you
No.
did not, and I'm happy for that. Uh,
Cooking for
so,
me is like a therapy. It's very, very relaxing. And I used it a lot in the first years of being a
mhm,
practical physician. I
mhm,
had I had clinical service in these years, and you hop from station to station, a lot of ambulance, a lot of emergency calls, all this stuff, right? And
right.
sometimes it was very, very heavy, right? And you don't and being a medic, it's not really a job that you go home and the job has finished. You lay it aside. No, there's always some patients that you take home with you and that you think
Mhm.
about their situation and that you maybe have a call with your colleague that has a shift now or anything like that. So to get rid of this, I started cooking after my shifts, just to relax, especially after night shifts, and to help me sleep. And over the years, it became a passion. And nowadays, almost 50 years, I'm pretty advanced. Hello, hello, miss. Everything all right? I don't know if only Deadman is gone or if I'm still on.
Sorry, I muted. I muted. I muted. I was munching on something in the background, and the missus reminded me about not chewing on the microphone, and I forgot to unclick the mic. I'm sitting here talking to you, and then, but I tell you, it was such a good stream yesterday, and it was good to get to know more about you. And it was neat to hear about all those perspectives. Um, because see, like me with it, my thing is talking. I like talking, and if people come around and I can make them laugh, it just this is therapeutic for me. This is like um,
It
fun.
was
It's
very
it's fun.
enjoyable.
It is stressful at times. It's hard, especially if you're trying to plan or things like that. But when you can make people laugh, you see the reactions. To me, it's also easy, and like I said, therapeutic. Like you said, you took cooking. You did the cooking to deal with things after work and all. It's like I could almost stream every night. I think most times now. You always but I will say that Mrs. encouraged me to do more by myself, and I probably have to do that. Learn how to do it some more. That's why I have the chill chats and like the train game, which I'm going to plan on playing this train game. If you'd like to see it with me too, I can show you the game if you'd like.
I know the game. I have been part of a lot of train game streams here.
Oh,
You
really?
started with the train game more
Yeah,
or less, right?
yeah.
So the first streams, and you still come back once in a while. So I'm well informed about the train game,
Okay,
and
cool.
you never win.
No, ever since I added that red Marge large ass into that, I
Yeah,
get my butt kicked so much, and it's like ridiculous. Oh my goodness! But if I could, yeah, it's a game on Steam, and I learned it from another channel, and it's the missus keeps reminding me there are more games out there. There are other games that I can play solo, which are really really interesting. So,
yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there. What I play solo on Twitch, or for example,
mhm,
there's a lot of like D&D stuff there,
mhm,
as solo adventures out there, and they're really it's like
mhm,
click and watch, right?
right.
And it's really nice. It's really enjoyable, and people like it.
Yeah. And so, and back to the stream yesterday, Mrs. said it was so enjoyable. So thankful to be able to share the day with you.
Same for me. Same for me, right? For me, it's really nice to have days like this in between all the catastrophes that we're dealing here with. And it
Mhm.
was really, really enjoyable. And I was glad to meet all these people a little bit more personally than usually
Mhm.
in the chat.
Oh yeah, no, I agreed with that. You and like I said, you know, if you're ever if you're ever in a spot where you're not feeling well, you can always say no, and that's always okay. That's fine for me. If you do,
Uh,
but I
look,
am but I
listen,
am glad that you were able to come on today too, and we can catch up on some things and all that.
it is
Uh,
literally the other way around, right? Also, I said
mhm,
yesterday, I opened up my Twitch channel again after not being online or present for more than a half year due to my treatment, just because of that, right?
mhm.
One needs to interact, and people here also, um, yeah, they support me in that by saying somebody like you cannot sit here the whole day and wait for the heaven falls on your head, right? You need to have social contacts. You need to, as a certain up to a certain level, you need to have brain food, right? Otherwise, you go crazy. So I see these streams
Mhm.
as therapy, and a lot of times when I'm bad, waking up in not such a good situation, but I go online,
Mhm.
um, it helps me forget about the misery, and I feel better, or I simply forget about that.
Yeah, and then we always have the debate, me and our friend Hungry Boy and some of the other people about, I'm learning all about the worlds of introverts and extroverts and stuff, and it's like I don't everybody keeps saying you're an extrovert, but
Oh yes, sir.
but
Oh yes, I am.
oh that are you an extrovert too?
You can bet on that.
All
Give
right,
me
well see,
give me a
because
stage and I jump on it.
well but see, I tell everybody I'm shy, and Mrs. like, no, you're not. I am in certain social situations, but it's like this morning we were Black Friday shopping, and the cameras. There's a news crew outside a Lego store here, and I'm like turning and looking, and Ang's like, "Dad, stop looking, stop looking." I'm like, "No, I'm going to look. I'm going to. You give a camera. I'm going to be back there. Hello, I'm the photo bomber." I created photobombing before it was ever a thing, and so this is like you're an extrovert, and I'm like, what? Well, I'm shy, but that's not the same as the introvert.
No,
It's like, and it's like I'm
no.
learning a lot of stuff, and then of course every introvert's different. It's like, dear God, can we not? I'm an auditor, I'm an accountant. I want standards. I want A, B, C. I want it nice and linear. This
No, but yeah, psychology is not like that, right? But
no.
but it's true. I also feel
Yeah,
uncomfort in certain
yeah,
situations when it's
yeah.
getting too much. But that
But
has nothing to
yeah,
do with being an extrovert, right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
an extrovert when you have an environment,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah,
when someone helps you in, gives you a step, gives you a hand, or says something certain that you can jump on, you will do so. And an
yeah.
introvert will never do so.
Yeah, although some surprise me, they do it when it's weird, and it's like I said, there's not a good certain set rule book,
No.
and that is the extrovert. You're like, wait, we just did this, but that, and so you get confused. It is like that, um, but like I just like you said, that's cool. We finally meet another self-admitted extrovert because it's quite interesting to see. But great discussions, great fun, and like the missus said, being shy doesn't mean you are not an extrovert. She tells me that all the time. There are certain social situations. There's certain situations that you have where you do get shy and things like that. But you know what? Hey, the thing is like you said, give a stage, jump on it, and at the missus right here, towards that point, you get energized around people.
Yes,
Most introverts can enjoy people, but it's exhausting.
you see.
So,
And here is the
yeah.
opposite. I get energized. It's really exhausting for me when I have to pass a whole day or two without any senseful conversation. That's hard for me.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's hard, and the hardest thing as an extrovert is understanding the introverts. But sometimes getting some of the introverts to understand what we extroverts deal with is a challenge too. So,
Yes, they can enjoy being with themselves, and I not too much. Me not too much.
well, you said something a while back in our chats about how the streams mean stuff to you, and I appreciate that personally because that's why I've done this stuff, and I like doing it. And we talked about why we did a holiday. We're looking at doing something again up in December with that too. So it's we look we, to those events. It just
No.
when I have to stay home from work sick and not talk to people, it's bad. I mean, it's like a double dose of bad because it's like at some point I'm just I just like I get grumpy. Well, like the game Fortnite,
All right, yeah.
I cannot play that game anymore solo by myself. I think part I burned out because years ago I played it all the time nonstop by myself. Howdy, Mandalorian. Good to see you. How are you
Good
doing today?
morning, Mandalorian.
I'm amazed to see Mandalorian. Well, it's last I saw him was about 5 o'clock this morning. Still playing Fortnite, but hey, good to see you. Yeah, because I'll tell you that very whole thing last night. Last night I did a stream, had some people try to go to bed, could not rest, and I just was like in a mood. I didn't want a big party. I wanted something quiet, so I said, okay, fine, I'll stream Fortnite. I only play solos now in Fortnite when I stream because at least I can talk. Streaming engages my mind. I can, like the missus says, you're monologuing. So it's kind of like I'm doing something, and then
Yeah.
people pop in, and then you can talk to them, and then when JT Kirk came in, he's like, "Hey, do you want a second? I'll join you." Because I'd said I'm just out here, just whatever. So then I say, "Okay, fine, JT, we'll bring you in. Nobody else. We'll just kind of just mellow." I said, just as long as you understand, I'm not really wanting a wild party. I want to listen and I want to focus and just be calm. Like, okay, and sir. The next thing you know, we got. He's like, "Well, Mandalorian sent me an invite," and I'm like, okay, in fact, Mandalorian's a great guy, and I love playing Mandalorian. He's quiet. He does his thing without it being so loud, and that's where sometimes I get overwhelmed was when too much loudness and different things. But he's a great guy. He's really chill, really calm. So it was like cool. So then we got a third person there. Next thing is he's like, oh well, Bello is like, oh, I so Bello's a nice smooth talk, laid back guy too. Brought him in. So we got a squad going, and I think when I was like, I was going to do one more match and go to bed, and then our friend Lisa pops up, says, I thought you were going to bed. I said, well, I was trying to, but could not sleep. And I just wanted to chill, laid back Fortnite. And then now I've got Fort. Then she joins. And then after that, we got a whole bunch of people. Even your Muslim uncle got to play with us last night for the first time.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. He just took the game up recently, and he's like wanted to join. We're like, dadgummit. So we went from it's just funny how that happened, It just was a weird.
Yeah, especially if you don't want nothing special, it always
just,
happens. It
and
always.
sometimes it's like the best times when stuff like that just snowballs into stuff like that,
Exactly.
But
When I
yes,
went to bed, you had 4 people on, and I thought, oh my God, when will this ever stop?
it snowballed. It's just like one of those things, and then we got up to 8. Then and what's even crazier is Ang wanted to play. The kid came out and wanted to play and played a few matches with all the old folks, So, but it was hilarious. So, but it's kind of that type of thing right here. Goes back to that. I went from one stage to then others come in, and then it just I got going with that, and because it's just it's hard if you're a people person, and those days alone. And because I tell you, for many months when everything was shut down in 2020, I played to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning by myself, but I didn't know people back then and stuff like that. And but now it's and I was going to play this Ticket to Ride game. It's a game, that I can play. Unlike Fortnite, where you're always having to watch and shoot and stuff like that, I can stop and truly engage the chat in like the train game, because I can stop and it waits for me my turn. But if I do the Atari games, the retro games, or the Fortnite game,
it's far too engaging.
Yeah, you can't stop, or you have to stop between matches. So, and the Mrs. slept through it all last night.
Yeah, she anyway confessed that wherever she is, she can sleep, right? So
she can sleep through anything. I tell you what, we said we've been married 27 years. This lady actually went with me to Orlando a couple times for Star Wars celebrations before the dark times, before the mouse bought it. And they, there was one time George Lucas was going there and was going to speak. So we got there really early. My mother-in-law went to watch the kids. So we left at 2:30 in the morning from the hotel, got in line, because we wanted to be in the main auditorium.
Okay.
Lucas. Right. Well, and it's like, so you get there early for like a 1 o'clock appearance or 11 o'clock appearance. So we got there. She's like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm going to sleep. You got to watch out for me. Well, I kept nodding off. That was the hardest night to stay awake, but she slept on the concrete outside. She just rolled up on the concrete. And then when they marched us inside, she was sleeping on the carpeted floor inside. So I'm telling you, yeah.
That's amazing. That's a talent, I say.
Oh yeah, exactly. And she can do that, and it's just funny with that, but then again, she'll tell me that I can do the same thing. There's a story when she was still working before we had kids. She came home one night from work. She had called me. I didn't answer. She got to the door, yelled, no answer. Came down the hallway. She had 911, and it was an early day of cell phones. And she finally got to the foot of the bed and started shaking me. And then I finally responded. It was like she thought I was sleeping so hard, I was out so much that it scared her. It scared her though.
Yeah.
But absolutely. So, how's your morning been on the day after Thanksgiving?
Short so far. I have a pretty good day going on. So later on, I do think that I will turn to the garden a little, as I still have a lot of trash from the hurricane laying around here. And I don't like it messy, right? I mean, they came to clean up a little, and in the meantime, they fixed the roof so far, but there's still a lot of things to do. And if I can later on in the afternoon, I will turn to do that. Let's see. No, but it has been a smooth and easy morning here in Mexico. Sun is out, blue sky,
Yep.
27 degrees. It's all fine.
Wow. I tell you what, 27 degrees Celsius, that is.
Celsius, sir. I don't know about
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
I'm going to do it right now. We got it. So,
It's okay. It's not hot, neither
oh,
cold.
27 degrees equals 80.6. Oh, it's a nice warm day down there now.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine.
now,
I'm living
which
in a
hurricane was?
region.
Yeah.
I'm living in a
Sorry, go ahead.
region that is known as the Eterna Primavera, the eternal spring. And this is because this region here is the most moderate climate zone in all over the world. We hardly have any temperature changes all over the year. The weather is always more or less the same. We have the rain season, right? But it's not there's no temperature change incorporated with that, right? It's just like that. It's raining in the night. It's never raining during the day. During the day, you always will have a blue sky here, always.
Well, do you mind talking about the hurricane a little bit?
Oh yeah, if you want
Okay,
to. I was
okay.
in it. I mean, I was in
Yeah,
it.
I know. Well, I mean, I asked because they can be traumatic experiences.
No. Let's say I have seen a lot of things with the Red Cross. I've even been to North Korea. I don't get shaky. North, sir, north.
Wow.
For a
Okay.
humanitarian, I was in Australia at that time for a study instance, and they had a voluntary program going on, helping them in their last starving before the father of this current dictator died. He caused a big mess there, and we went out to help. That was the late 90s. North Korea, yes, north.
Interesting. Wow. I mean, I was like, because
So
you hear about
you
people
don't
getting
get
to the
me
south.
taking that easy, don't it? I saw things.
No, and you don't talk about them either. But it's just like Yep. So now the hurricane, was it a Pacific hurricane or was it an Atlantic hurricane? And
It was an Atlantic one.
Okay, which hurricane was it? Hurricane
Otis.
Oh. Okay. Otis. Okay. Yeah. All right. October 2023.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go back to the National Hurricane Center. So I was just trying to get some information on
it. That was the strongest hurricane. It was a 5 because the numbers don't go more up, right? That's the highest hurricane emergency number that we have.
Yeah.
But it has been the most strong hurricane that ever has been measured. Right.
Yeah. By the way, we only have 6 more days in the Atlantic hurricane season.
It's over here.
Yeah, it's pretty much there's a small little blip that's out in the Atlantic, but it's a low percentage to
it's over.
That, so
and anyway, where it hit and how it came to Otis is a very, very rare situation. This was not normal. We do have hurricanes and they do hit Acapulco, but not in that devastating amount. Let's say it like this. This was a union between 3 tropical storms and that bound together, and in the process of bounding together, changed their direction and built up speed tremendously towards the coast. And when it hit, it was the strongest.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get some information on Otis, finding the right thing for that, because I'd like to see the pattern too, because I'm very graphical. So because they usually have archives, I just got to find it. I'm just
you should find it.
Matt Lorian said he'd been through a lot of hurricanes growing up in Florida too. So, but this is interesting. When all the type of wow, wait a second, tropicals. Hold on, just I might be in the right spot. We got nowhere to go. It's a day off. We're talking with a good friend, Masters Maniac Mexico, or Rolo, as you know him on the Twitch side. Just having fun, sitting back with things here. So, no.
So whatever
sorry.
you might have heard about the greatness of Acapulco, the golden years with the Hollywood stars there,
No.
and all the stuff, Acapulco is eradicated. It is inexistent. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. And it was the second most developed holiday spot we have in whole Mexico, even more developed than Mazatlan. So,
Really?
and it's not there anymore. We had skyscrapers, and many of them, a lot of hotels from the late 70s and early 80s were skyscrapers. They're all gone. They're all gone. Right? What we
Wow.
call the Diamond Coast here, which is the more like, let's say, luxurious part, or let's say more natural part, where they have learned how to construct comfortably, making it appeal to the nature that is there. It's gone. It's gone. And I don't have any idea how they want to build this up again. This is just to get away the debris. That, I mean, you know what? As born in the mid 70s, I still was used. I have very vital remembrances walking in the streets with my mother and passing certain destroyed buildings from the Second World War. In other words, it took us 35 years to pick all the trash up.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So I don't know how they want to do that.
Now, which Acapulco is on the Gulf side, or are you talking about on the? Let's see. Because let's see. Okay.
Acapulco is Atlantic coast, my friend.
And it's Otis, OTIS.
OTIS, sir.
Okay. Yeah, because they actually. Let's see.
I can send you links if you
Here,
want.
I found a graphic archive here.
There is it.
It's right here.
And that's it. It started as a tropical storm, and it united with two other tropical storms, and then it hit Acapulco. And that was the bad thing as well, because we usually have a warning system installed, and it didn't apply, and not any expert had it on the scheme. They had it as a tropical storm, and when it united with the other storms, it came so quick. I mean, it was there in less than half an hour, 20 minutes, I guess it was. Then it came from the Atlantic to the coast, and it hit with a 5, and it was like 3-4 hours revolting, and then it came to us.
Now, which side of the Acapulco would be on which part?
Other side, other there, on this side there, other side, other side, other side, other side. Go down to the other side of the sea. There, yeah. Of the country. Go to the other side of the country.
That one.
There we go. This side.
Oh, okay.
Down right. In the middle. Where's the bay?
Okay, right.
Where's the bay? That should be Acapulco.
We're right here.
That should be Acapulco.
Okay, so it's a Pacific coast. It's a Pacific storm, but yeah, that's. I mean, look at that right there. That is just amazing. So, and you can see this.
There, you see it.
You see, this is the graphic representation right there.
So you see, and there it hit.
Just like that. I mean, it's just amazing to see what happened with this.
It eradicated everything, and it infiltrated 3 states, my states included, and it still was heavy enough here to cause a lot of damage.
It's not, really looking at it is not a big storm. It really was not a big storm, and that's the thing. Is a lot of times the smaller they are, they can get even stronger than a lot of other storms.
Yes.
So. Yes. But that's interesting to see. So right where it hits. So it's right. Acapulco is in that area, correct?
Right next to the Bahia there, right?
Yeah, right. It's basically in this area. Okay, where it hit. Yeah, and you're kind of in that area then. So.
Yes, I'm right behind it. I'm
Oh
right
man.
behind it, right? So if you want to put the cursor in the middle between the two coasts, you
Hmm.
would have Mexico City.
Okay.
And if you go another like a middle towards to the Acapulco coast, you would have my stage, more or less. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That is amazing, though, to have to. Oh gosh, these things are bad enough to deal with, much less than the intensity. And the
Yeah.
thing is once they start, once they start, there's no stopping them, and then you get stuck in
No,
them.
there's nothing you can do.
No.
When I had my first really heavy earthquake here in 2017, which
Hmm.
I'm not used to as a European at all, we don't deal with earthquakes, right?
Right.
That was quite a bit of an experience. That
Yeah.
was quite a bit of an experience.
Here's another one about the wind swaths, and we'll look at more of the specifics coming up in a little bit. So here,
If you look what this has done, I really, really
yeah.
watch at the pictures of Acapulco before, now,
Hmm.
and then.
Wow.
It is unbelievable. It is just
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Because this is the wind fields here of tropical
There,
storm and hurricanes, and
there
of course,
you
like you said,
go. And it was so fast. It was so
yeah,
fast. Nobody could warn no one, not even you. Usually
no,
we work together, or not usually, we do work together with the United States
yep,
Navy. And we established the warning system together with you. And usually your experts also tell us when something is coming,
well,
right? But they didn't
I
neither.
I tell you what, though, I think some of those experts are not quite as we're finding that they're getting a lot of things not right these days. But in all fairness, one of the biggest problems that's happened with hurricane forecasting is the ability to project intensity. They've
Yes.
gotten better with the models and getting better with tracks. I mean, you still have last second unexpected wobbles and bobbles, but the intensity is the one thing. The models have really been all over the place because they have some models like the Euro that everybody loved that's good with the track, but they're weaker on the intensity, or they're slower to show a stronger storm, and you know things
Yeah.
like this. I'm going to touch about another storm that hit Florida recently, but I'm trying to, like I said, I want to get the archives on this one again,
Yeah.
um,
This one was a heavy hitter. So,
because I want to see what the wind speed. Let's see the public advisories. Uh,
oh, we still have national plan, emergency
holy
plan.
crap! Holy
Yes.
crap!
Yes, sir. Yes,
Holy crap!
sir. I'm
This
in a mess. Finally, you
this is
realize it.
Wednesday, October 25th, 2023, 1 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight Time.
Yes, sir.
The location was about 25 miles south southeast of Acapulco, Mexico, which effectively puts you in the area. Maximum sustained winds were 165 miles an hour. Wow. That is really a solid 5. So then about 4 a.m., uh, it was 40. At that point, it was 25 miles northwest. So in a course of, 3 hours, it flew. That
Yeah.
was a fast moving storm. It was moving 10 miles an hour northwest. Well, what hits Florida usually don't move nearly this fast,
No,
but
that's it. It was an exception in all the way. How it came to it,
you
how
know,
fast it happened, how strong it was. It
well, at that point, being northwest of 25 miles northwest of Acapulco, which may be sort of really close to where you were, the winds were 130 miles an hour still maximum
yes,
sustained.
that's where we are exactly.
Uh,
So
and it
that
happened in the overnight hours also. What people
oh,
don't really realize is how terrifying it is. It's bad enough in the daytime, but at night it's even worse.
hello. I mean, you have seen it when we spoke privately. Parts of my roof blow away. I'm in there. It was
Yeah.
not very comfortable. No,
No, no, not at
no.
all. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then about show how fast this was moving at about 10 a.m. It was down to 80 miles an hour. At that point, it was 100 miles northwest of Acapulco. So
Yeah,
the
that is,
problem, it got out quickly, but the problem is it packed such a punch when it hit
yeah,
that
it was a complete punch. If you want
it
to look
just,
at pictures, it is
yeah,
just devastating what we have here. Streets have
wow.
been carried away. 3 weeks I couldn't even leave the institution here. There was
Mhm.
no water supply for 2 weeks here. We had electricity and internet failures on a large range. It was very funny, I can tell you that. And we still have, in the consequence, we have robberies going on because now, yeah, the criminal elements that have been set in Guerrero are coming into the states close to them, just like into mine. And it's just 4 days ago that we had a big shootout just in the center of the city, lasting over 3 colonies, and
Wow.
that wiped out nine people and 2 policemen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, um,
pretty tense.
yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but as I say, I'm pretty rough. I don't mind.
Yes.
I don't mind as long as
Hey.
nobody comes to me talking. Everything's all right.
Yeah. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Um, no, and that's the thing is, see, we had a Hurricane Irma that actually didn't even, we didn't get nearly what you got, but we were on that northeast side, which is usually the worst side. You get the worst weather. Um, but what happened to us, we got that where it blew off part of the back awning. Of course, it saved us from getting a crew out here to take off because the missus wanted it gone. It was just a little bit of eave work repair that was needed. Um, and that's all. But it, we had to listen to metal rattling half the night. That's an annoyance. You had to chase the metal down the street when you could. The conditions would allow you to, and it's really hard to deal with a lot of times. Even I went to bed. I forced myself to go to sleep because I would have driven the missus insane, trying to stay up and hear every racket, everything. And knowing you can't do anything,
No,
for safety reasons and anything else.
no, there's
Fortunately,
not.
we didn't have any roof penetration like that or something. But I actually had coworkers that actually lived over in um, Hurricane Michael, which was, let me see, let me go back to here. Let's see if I can find something, get back to where I was, because I'll show you where Hurricane Michael it was back in 2019, I think, or 17. Um, it basically Michael. So they'll retire Otis's name as bad as that was, but like Hurricane Michael was one that oh, man, hug. Let's see, trying to make sure to get the right one. Now I'm getting update. I'm getting the alerts, not the. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one. All right, I found it here. Let's see. Let me stop it again. Okay. Like you said, this one was a storm, and we could see it in the earlier graphic how it was like small. It was a small storm, really, but it
Yeah,
was kind of just there, and then all of a sudden blew up right near the coast, right? Really quickly. Well, that's what also happened to when called Hurricane Michael before, because when you have, let's see, there. Are you still with me, Masters?
yes, of course, sir. I'm
All right.
listening.
Yeah. All right. See what happened with Michael. It's down here near Cuba, and it's out here. It went through the strait, but well, it was still a weak hurricane at this point, and it was and at the time a lot of the models were like, well, it's going to just be a hurricane, whatever. But then as the day went, it was some of the projections said it would explode in strength, and well, would turn out right. And see what it did is it really grew bigger,
My God.
and then it's like it's starting to come there, and it's now like they were projecting, well, Cat 3 or 4, but then Actually, this is how it hit in the state of Florida. It came through right like that. It came through, and they said they finally reclassified it. They said it was a top 4 at landfall, but then later they went back and reclassified it as a Cat 5, saying it was actually strengthening as it made landfall, and that usually it would weaken. The waters would be cooler or
Correct.
shallower waters, but it stayed thing. And I'm telling you, you should see, there are pictures of satellite imagery. It looked like a buzzsaw went through there. All the forests were gone. We drove through there because we have family out that way. You could see tree just gone and stuff like that. I'm amazed some of the houses stayed there, but at least in this case, it hit a part of a rural part of the state. I'm just amazed hearing what you say about the damage with Acapulco and that much just damage with that. So
Acapulco is gone. And if we're talking about trees, just 3 houses from here down the street, there fell a really, really big and old palm tree. This guy was far more than 10 meters high. It just flew away, and it killed a little bridge here.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at one of the articles. I mean, if you, I cannot talk about this if you don't want to. If you don't mind talking.
Oh yes, no, come on, let's speak about it.
All right, because I'm like,
first time that anybody is interesting and seems to understand. I mean, when I talk to the guys in Germany, they don't understand that. Oh, a hurricane, terrible, strong storm. That's what they have in mind. That houses are blowing away, that streets are inexistent after that there's no supply anymore.
Well,
they cannot imagine.
I'm seeing some pictures. Just as one article that kind of had me, wow, kind of even me stunned a little bit. This was an article from Discover Magazine. I'm going to quote it. I'm going to give it source, I'm going to bring it up. But basically, they said that Acapulco was built to withstand earthquakes, not Hurricane Otis's destructive winds. And of course, it talked about the building codes.
Yes, that's true.
So now, so what they said, like you said, power Category 5 is a Pacific Ocean storm. The resort city's buildings were not designed to handle anything close to the 165-mile winds. So they were designed to withstand the earthquakes in the region. I need to ask you about that in a minute. That's something I don't have to deal with here. But and it said, like you said, powerful hurricanes are rare in Acapulco. And folks, if you look at the map of how it came in from that, hurricanes don't form down there much to begin with, and then much less be as strong as that was. But it's even, I mean, you got your little house, but here, the winds ripped off exterior cladding and shattered windows, exposing the bedrooms and offices. And it took dozens of lives. So here's, I think, a before picture.
Yeah, that's normal.
Actually, let me let's see. There you go. There's the before picture.
Yes, that's normal.
Here's the after picture.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. Acapulco
is it just me, or does it look like the building shifted?
Yes, the building shifted to the side. That's correct. We have more than 80% of hotellery business damage there in this region. And if we're talking about private houses in the colony behind where all the servants and all the workers live, they are 100% destroyed, 100%. And they have been cut off civilization for a couple of days, literally. A lot of dead people were lying around in the center of Acapulco for 6-7 days because you just could not get through.
No, exactly. And that's the thing, is you can't get into some of those areas or out of them either. Trees are down, lines are down. It's just too much. If you look at the before picture, see, you got trees, you got these little buildings outside. See this other one in the background.
It's beautiful. I used to go there with my wife. We had our honeymoon in Acapulco. It's beautiful. I used to go there. I have friends there. I used to go there tuna fishing. Yeah, when I was healthy, every year, sometimes twice a year. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful space, but it's just not there anymore. It's gone. It's gone.
Wow. I'm just
look that. That is amazing. War. That is war.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it does look like out of a war zone. You got that. You can see how you can see how this the other building off to the side here took
Yes,
damage. It got peeled apart too.
completely.
It's just that's the thing. People do not understand what's involved with these storms.
And if
You
you
know.
look at the other building behind a little, you can figure out that this also lost stability. So
Mhm.
they cannot reconstruct all this. They have to tear it down, brother. And this is what I'm saying. I don't see how they gonna reconstruct this in a certain amount of time. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Strong hit for Mexican economy, I can tell you that. I mean, 80% of our revenues come from
mhm.
tourism, no? So
Oh,
that is pretty much bad.
yeah, I know it's crazy. So,
Yeah.
but oh my gosh, that is just very tragic and heartbreaking to see that kind of damage.
If you can find a picture of the center of Acapulco, that would be interesting. It
Okay.
is it is just
Yeah.
it is
I
just
mean, that by itself has just bad
tremendous.
enough. This is $130 US, $130 million US luxury condo before and after.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Just so it's just of course it deals with building it. See, Florida's had that issue too over the years. So, uh, that's what led to the upgraded building codes and things like that when Hurricane Andrew passed through South Florida, and then other storms over the years forced to take new looks at things. um, I mean, still odds are this is a probably once in 100-year storm for that area.
Yes. If
But
not one in 1,000 years.
yeah, I mean, but do you go through all the added expense and all, or do you just kind of do whatever? It's just really amazing to see that. God, that's so sad. But yeah, I mean, the decision about building flaw, building codes or not, and how much you do. Uh, so
I don't
basically,
think
the
that we
article
can
said,
build anything that can resist such
mhm,
natural strength, right?
yeah,
Humans have limits anyway. You can
yeah,
you can go such far, and
right,
there are your limits, and that's it.
yeah.
And if something like this happens, well,
But see, here's the thing: is I get, and it depends on when the buildings were built, because see, these were designed according to this article to resist 88-mile-per-hour winds, which is basically only a Category 1. Stu, oh my gosh, I got a friend that's out actually on the Gulf, and they're like, yeah, at least it's hurricane free for now. So it's like, yes, it is. Before more days, but that's not a really strong storm, 88 miles an hour with this stuff.
no.
Um, so it's
You have to imagine that most of these constructions have been built in the late 70s, early 80s. They have been modernized, and there has been a lot of shape shifting. Let's say it like this. Yeah, but in the end, the core is from the 70s and 80s, and I just guess that people didn't build strong enough. And as
okay.
said, especially in that region, we have a lot of earthquakes here, and we have strong ones. The last 2017 was extremely strong, my friend, right?
Hmm.
So they were more prepared for a big earthquake coming
Hmm.
than
Yeah,
huge
exactly.
storm.
And the article goes on to talk about Florida facing similar challenges. We've had our adjustments and had to resist 140 miles an hour. But see, that's that's the whole thing. These storms seem to be getting stronger now. I mean, higher
Yeah.
winds. It's just definitely amazing. So, and it did talk about, the article talks about uh, um, the earthquake quake structure. So, but it says the drawback is the larger the mass of a building, the larger seismic forces the building must be designed to resist. Consequently, light materials were typically used for cladding the exterior surface of the building that protects against weather, because that translated into lower seismic forces. This light cladding was not able to withstand hurricane force winds. So,
No.
so, man,
No, it was. It flew away like paper. And
yeah,
as I say, you can show us a picture of the center of Acapulco. It is just like Unbelievable, sir. Hello,
Yeah.
Castle.
Hey, Castle, good to see you. Yeah. Oh, it's so ironic. We're talking hurricanes, Castle, while you're here. But yeah, Masters lived down in Mexico, and Hurricane Otis had just hit last month. It really did some serious damage. And I don't know. Well, Castle, I don't know if you saw the pictures, but I'll bring them one more time of the before and after of what happened in Acapulco, at least for this article that we've seen here.
Going local
Okay.
down in Acapulco.
Yeah. Well, there's the before picture. Oh well, here. Let me see. Let me go to the large. There's the before. Here's the after. And that's what we've been talking to. These were buildings that were designed more to withstand earthquakes than they were hurricanes, because hurricanes are very rare in the area. So, which you can understand. It's like taking a gamble on anything, you know.
No, and that's
But
what I said before, what you will construct. And even when you say that you have you reconstructed your buildings and you're now able to resist 140 miles,
Yep.
this one had 165. It probably would
165
have
miles an hour. Yep.
devastated you as well, right?
Yeah. And Castle said, "Dear God, yes, this is how bad
Yes.
it was." Masters was talking about. I remember when you put a few tweets out, but then
Yes.
again, you lost service for how long?
Before it was stable, 2 weeks. 2
Wow.
weeks.
I'm amazed it's only 2 weeks, because I mean, but it may have been 2 weeks.
I'm not in the center of Acapulco. You have to imagine there's services that don't have, and they say it will take at least half a year to connect every colony or reconnect every colony of Acapulco. But in the meantime, another thing is happening, and this is why I say I don't think that Acapulco will be reconstructed. Because people are leaving, and they have to leave because there are no supplies, right?
Mhm.
The government tries to resupply supermarkets, but there are no streets anymore where you can drive to those supermarkets or anything like that. And the ongoing robbery just drives people out. So I don't know what they're going to do when there are no people anymore, right?
Well, because you would think normally that would be the highest priority to fix the touristy areas. You know, that's where you'd want to protect your money.
Sir, we are in Mexico, sir. 2 days after the Otis storm, the female president of Acapulco, something like the mayor, right? The mayor
Yeah.
of Acapulco held a huge party, partying away her third governmental report.
Wow.
Welcome to Mexico.
That is just,
It's without words, no?
yeah.
Oh, I can
All
tell
right.
you hours and hours stories like that.
Exactly. I bet. So let's try to take a look through this article from CNN. I believe these are all after pictures here. Yeah. I don't know. I'm afraid to blow it up too much from here, but we'll look at it here.
No,
Somebody shooting fireworks outside. This sounds like somebody shooting fireworks here. It's Florida.
Not Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, let's look here. This is some in Acapulco in southern Mexico. Let's see. It won't let me flip between the two
Before
pictures.
and after, it's there.
The before and after. Yeah. So
it's
there
there, and then it's gone.
Yeah. Wow. And same thing here.
Yes.
Look at this. You have a before on the left. Look at on the right.
A lot of constructions, a hotel building or anything, and after that, look at all the constructions at the beach that are just gone.
Yep. Let's see what right there. Yeah, you're right. On the right, it's just all gone down there.
It's all gone. It's all gone.
Now, see, the buildings are still up, but still, they've been ripped apart. You got to really.
You have to say so. The official numbers say 80% of the buildings have been damaged in the C zone. So, and the damage that they are talking about is structural damage. So even if they're standing now, they're not safe to reoccupy them, and they have to be torn down, right? All these big buildings, they didn't fall down, but they move a lot, they bend a lot, and all this stuff will be taken down by force.
See, that's the part I did not realize. You said right there the bending and twisting.
Yeah,
See, because we're not used to that here. I mean, it's basically it'll destroy it. It'll either take a roof off. If the building collapses, it'd be a normal building collapse, or of course, you got your structure, your exterior damage. But seeing that one where the building twisted
yeah,
because of the construction, because of it being having to be that flexible because of the seismic activity, and then you had the lighter materials on the outside. I just like, gee, Manetti's. Because a lot of times you don't have to redo a whole building here, but I guess
no,
in this case,
you
if the
just
building's
fix it.
twisted or shifted, yeah,
No, exactly. That's what we do after earthquakes. They get
yeah,
damaged, but they are constructed for that. So you just
right,
fix them, and
right,
everything's okay.
right there. 80%, an estimated 80% of the hotels in Acapulco
Told
have
you.
been severely damaged.
Yeah, I'm not making up anything.
Look at that. That just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The whole harbor
and
is a
see,
black hole. A
and
black hole.
what you're saying here, this
Yeah,
same article from ZNZ, it caught many off guard in Acapulco.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so and that's what's tragic with that. Here you got flooding here, but look at all the houses just gone on the coast on
They're
the
gone. Yeah, they're gone. And the colonies behind that are all gone as well. They're 200% destroyed.
yeah. Because remember this on this side, that's flooding. This is wow.
Yeah,
That
afterwards
just
it hardly rained 3 days. So
again, wow. That whole wow. Oh yeah, because see those are roofs and stuff, and then that's what's exposed and left, and
yeah, yeah.
ugh,
It's
wow.
it's just eradicated. It's
All
not
right.
there anymore. It's not there anymore.
Wow, that is something. That is real sad, though.
So
Definitely.
if you want to see Acapulco, guys, rewatch Love Boat.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Listen, I tell you what, that's not. It's bad. Hard enough to renovate a couple of buildings, but my God, a whole community like that, a
Yeah,
whole place of people. That's that's
yeah,
like
a whole city.
generational. Or if
It's a
you
whole
even,
city.
or even if you decide to rebuild, because one of the things I believe with the area would be um, the beauty, the landscaping, but the landscaping's got to have been torn up too. So all your natural beauty has got to be taken away with all the buildings and stuff too.
Exactly. It's all full of mud. The whole
Hmm.
streets are just 2, 3 meters full of mud, debris everywhere. The cut down trees, the everything is full of that. So, as I say, it's eradicated. I don't see any reasonable schedule to rebuild that. I don't know. And as you say, maybe it's not even intelligent. Maybe they can, because the whole coastline up to Tamaulipas is really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And if you go more south,
Hmm.
you will find even really virgin in Ciotanejo, you will find virgin beaches, right?
Hmm.
Beautiful stuff. Uh, Maybe it's better you go a little bit more north to build new, and this time like ecological building and
Hmm.
all this stuff, instead of yeah, try to force a reconstruction of this mess, because I don't know. First of all, they need to get away all these dang
Hmm.
buildings, and they are really huge.
Hmm.
No, one hotel, the Copacabana, was pretty famous. I was there with my wife. I was in there with my wife on the 10th floor, so I know this building exactly. You cannot imagine. This building is gone. It's gone. It's it's.
Wow, they're just the sheer power of nature. I'm just still looking at these.
We had a tourist ship there, the Acabray, which is a
Hey,
real cruiser. It sank.
well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Oh, y'all have Walmart and Sam's Club down there?
Yes, we do.
Oh my God! Well, that's this last picture. just let me bring this back up here again.
Of
So
course you have of course we have Walmart.
I didn't
Walmart
know.
loves cheap workers.
Okay, but like that's a Walmart and Sam's Club parking lot there. That's like, geez, it's just tore. That's it. But like the article says, for those who remain the extent of the damage and so severe recovery seems a distant prospect. And they said that need a lot of uh, help, a lot of the federal attention towards that. And even as of then, the reports of slow aid delivery, we're there. So,
Yeah.
oh,
That's exactly.
man, oh my gosh. So,
So I can
Masters,
be
yeah,
happy that I lost my chicken stall. I lost
yeah,
I lost my chicken. I lost my pool. I
uh huh,
lost I lost my roof, and I lost my collection, or
wow,
at least huge parts of it.
yeah, no, I got you. Huh?
Can you imagine? I had my wall plastered on the old videos. You can still see it with original packed motus. Yeah, the original packs. You can all throw them away. My sleeping room
Yeah,
so full of water. It's still not livable right now. It's not livable. It's
no,
completely the whole walls are wet. I don't know how much time it will take, but I understand, as we still have national emergency going on here, that somebody with relatively minor damages like me is not the first in line, right? Is it
no, and
nice to
there's
have no roof? No,
yeah,
it's not nice. Is it nice
it
to have no bed? No, it's not nice.
it happens. It's like even here, it's like that everything gets prioritized. So
Yeah,
and so we can look at another picture here. You know,
but I
here,
don't go and complain to the government right now, like, help me. No, I know there's other priorities.
yeah. But see,
Yeah,
like here, there's some of those higher rise buildings up in here.
yeah.
Like they was saying, there are cheaper materials out here because of the flexibility, and that gave weakness to the structure. Look over on the right with that. Wow,
Just holes, like bombs turned in.
wow. That's just. I mean, that's just the extent of that is just incredible. I don't think anybody could ever imagine that happening. But this, I just
Yeah,
was
well,
talking.
when I go to rest, finally, I can really look back on a lot of things. I have seen a lot of things happening, from
Yeah,
earthquakes to the Berlin Wall tumbling down. No, so
that
I cannot reclaim.
that Berlin Wall tumbling must have been a interesting spot. That's thing, and we can hold that for a day when we know we have some people with us. But because that would be interesting to hear your account of that. I
Oh yeah,
remember being over here seeing the news story and everything. We did one more picture of damage from
yes,
Acapulco.
there is what that. This is what I wanted you to show there. Look,
Yeah.
that it's just gone. That's the market in the center.
Oh, this part here is the market,
The
or up
part
there.
behind it also.
Okay. Wow.
It's like the major distribution center
Hmm.
where you get all the fresh goods from fish to whatever for the hotellerie there.
Yeah.
It's a huge complex. It's a huge complex.
Now this is not where you are, so you actually like yesterday with the supplies you had to get and stuff.
Hmm.
That was that yeah. So y'all have some supplies, right? Or is it? Have they started giving?
No, we
I mean,
we I'm although let's say it like this. Although my situation is miserable being in a hospice, it's very good because the hospice here has its own supplies. For example, I have a cistern here in the garden, so I had water from the cistern, right? Not
right?
drinkable, but I could use my whole, like, the toilet and everything like this. And a lot of people don't have this. So I'm in a privileged situation. And another privilege is that as they're feeding the people here, they have a certain amount of storage here, right? So,
Hmm.
but yes, and it's still like there's a lot of things that you cannot get because when they get sold out now in the little shop that we have, the shop cannot get them stock up. They cannot stock them up, right? There's still a lot of streets damaged. I just give you a small example. Usually, it takes me 25 minutes to get to the hospital. On on Wednesday, it took us 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of debris. Yes, they put the debris to the sides, but the streets are damaged. There's holes in the streets, and not minor holes. There's no, and yeah, and on up all to this, yeah, all the criminals that were living in Acapulco and around are coming here now, and we have a pretty tense situation: robbery, plundering, all of it.
Don't go out at night. I'm.
I think I'm 1 meter 80 and pretty impressive. I'm not afraid.
Okay, that's good. I love the spirit. But hey, that that my friends, wow, that is just unbelievable to see that kind of damage and
So
the misery because this does not take a while. This does not just get fixed overnight. It takes a
nine,
while
nine,
and lots of time. So, but
nine.
hey, well, I appreciated talking about this, and I'm glad if it helped you. Then I'm
Indeed,
glad
sir.
if we can talk about it again sometime or how things progress because it is really interesting to see because a lot of these storms have been small storms that were not forecast to be as strong and then they blow up near the end and people caught off guard. I mentioned Hurricane Michael
Yeah.
was one um in 2018 and it just was or 20 I think it was a 2018 2017. It's between 2017 and 2019 but that thing was growing as it intensifying as it hit land and caught a lot of people off guard. But yeah, it's wow. I will say I am well impressed, but not in a good, not happily. It's just
No, but you see that, man. This is something that you cannot prevent to be impressed by it. Even if I'm living in it, uh, I'm impressed by it as well. And it's, let's say, the fascination of a catastrophe that a man's mind cannot wrap up always will be there. And I don't think that's anything bad. You just stand before that and see,
mhm.
how could that happen? How could that happen? Right? It's a natural fascination that we have, I guess.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Well, hey, keep us updated on it, and
Yes,
folks
sir.
understand that there's a lot of suffering and stuff going on because that happens in a lot of places though. Uh, we have a storm hit this another storm hit up in the panhandle. If Castle's still lurking, he may remember this one. I don't remember which the name is offhand, but we had friends out near we're up in like near Madison, which is up near the Georgia border, well inland, and they got hit and stuff, and it tore where it hit. It really did a lot of damage. Fortunately, in this case, was a big more of a residential area, but it's still the same thing as when you're the ones living in those situations. It's tough. It's hard to can't go to work. It's it's all kinds of different things.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the aspect that hits me by far the most. You see, for me, I had a surgery scheduled for the 27th of October,
hmm.
right? And this obviously was canceled. Our hospital is damaged, yeah, like 30-40%, but they need to receive the people from the worst zone. There are three
Hmm.
hospitals that are not working, national hospitals, huge hospitals that are not working at all anymore, that are inexistent. So although our hospital is damaged, they need to take these patients, and like all the cancer patients and a lot of more patients have been sent home, including me. So now I sit here home, and I come to the situation that my medicine runs out of stock. right? Usually I go to the hospital, get the recipes, go to the pharmacy and get my medicine. There is no appointments for the rest of the year that you
Wow.
can get. So now I need to look how can I get some stuff privately, which is in most cases impossible. And in the cases that's possible, it's expensive. I mean, I need polymer food. That is expensive stuff when you need to buy it on your own. And the health insurance is not paying for it, right? So, and this is the consequence of this dang yeah, hurricane, right? And I don't see that it's getting any better here till February, March, maybe, right? They asked me to come back to ask for appointments in on the 20th of December. Nah, that's no good.
Nope, it's not, especially when you need medicine now or everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's well,
And there's a lot of people like this. Imagine the diabetics. And so
yeah,
that's harsh. That's
absolutely.
worse than the buildings, I
Yep,
think.
exactly. All right, well, that's our talk on hurricane. I love that. I mean, I love it from a talking standpoint. I mean, I always found fascinating hurricanes.
I
So
have to say something urgently.
yeah, go ahead.
Welcome to the Apocalypse channel. We're looking at hurricanes today.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. They but one of the things, like I said, is I was going to say is it does take time to get the damage, and you know what? We haven't heard this not widespread of what's going on down there. Yeah, and the same thing happened with the hurricane that went through, like near Madison. Was that nobody cared because it was out in the middle of the nowhere. No, and so
Yeah.
it was just kind of played off.
I wonder a little bit because we had a little over 3,000 Americans trapped in Acapulco that days. So I was pretty surprised about that. I have to say that the Americans, together with the Italians, also were the first to fly out their citizens. That is true. But I also have to mention that I was pretty much surprised that nothing appeared in your news whatsoever. And I watch a lot of news, especially water news, the Texan news, or stuff like that, though. Nothing.
Absolutely. Well, all
Nah,
right.
well, let's come to something different. More
Yes, we will. We spent a good bit of time on that, and I tell you what, I like I said, I enjoy talking hurricanes with people. Um, it's just always a passion of mine, even as a kid, to see. Oh, crap, I hid that one thing, and I bring that back up. We jumped to football. All right, I didn't realize I advanced into this, but hey, we'll take a look at some college football for a little bit. It is Friday. There is college football. There are 3 games in the NFL last night. But hey, and there's one game last night where Ole Miss beats Mississippi State. If you were with me for Lorena Trail on Tuesday, we showed a highlight in this game where actually it was 4 years ago, 2019. One of the Ole Miss players gets a touchdown and walks like a dog through the end zone and hikes his leg up like peeing on a fire hydrant. So, yeah. Actually, I got a copyright claim on it. I played it the other night. I'd played it other times. Nothing ever happened. I did it with Lorena and played it. And I did this little stop-start thing.
Yeah.
Got it claimed.
Those copyright claims are a topic on itself. It's
Exactly.
hilarious
Well,
what they
we're
do.
going to look at tonight's action. It's like I said, Oklahoma and TCU are underway. Of course, Oklahoma is now open up a 35-13 lead against a team, TCU, which was the number 2. It finished up second to Georgia last year in the college football playoffs. I don't understand why we bother even play a game because nobody wants to score a game between Iowa and Nebraska. Iowa leads 10-7.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you start with college football because you don't want to tell me how Dallas yesterday came out of their game?
Oh no, I'm just biased towards college football first. I am a big Dallas Cowboy fan. So
Oh, you're making me hungry here.
sorry, I need to not do that. My bad.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Asthma, like Mrs. says. Asthma.
Yeah, we had breakfast this morning, but it's just like I hit that little spot that I needed just something else. But I'm enjoying this stream. Thanks for joining me today.
It was fun.
Exactly. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this. We can talk a little bit about Dallas, and I'll probably play around at the train game.
That's a good
Do
idea,
something-
my friend.
Do something a little different. So, looking at the college football action, Ole Miss beats Mississippi State 17-7 last night. TCU's on the road at Oklahoma, trailing early. Nebraska, Iowa played, and now Iowa's up 10-7. Miami as at Boston College, which is always a historical Miami Boston College matchup because of many years ago with the Doug Flutie miracle pass, that which allowed Miami to beat the Hurricanes in Miami, which was a huge upset. For that one. So this time they're playing up on Chestnut Hill, and the Hurricanes have a 21-7 lead right now. So hey, I figure night action night. Texas Tech is at Texas at 7:30 on ABC. Penn State is at Michigan at 7:30. And the Oregon State Beavers, the 16-ranked Beavers are playing at number 6 Oregon tonight at 8:30. So
we have some Beavers fanatics on your chats, no?
No, yes. Well, I think there's some that are more Oregon, and I think sometimes some of the people when we talk Beavers are like, because that's the Oregon State Beavers. I think sometimes that they have a more, they're having fun on a more risque basis. You know what I mean? That's the way I take it a lot. But hey, we all have a good laugh at it. It's like some of the Fortnite stuff. It's like some of the Fortnite stuff. It's like you can find all kinds of silly stuff in it.
Oh,
and,
yes.
I mean, just look at the name, and that's all you got to do. That is all you got to do. So, oh, man. Yep. Those are the games for today. Tomorrow, the games, big game, in the Big Ten, Ohio State at Michigan. Kentucky is at Louisville, another in-state rivalry game. A lot of normal average matchups. You had the Florida State game, which is a classic annual rivalry. Alabama is at Auburn. The Iron Bowl will be played. The huge game in the Arizona between the Wildcats at the Sun Devils. Vanderbilt plays Tennessee, which is now really a one-sided affair. And hey, yeah. Yep. So, anyway,
I guess I'm the most uneducated guy that you can talk about football with that you ever had on your show.
well,
I can tell you a lot about the German league and a little bit about the Champions League, but that's about all.
okay, that's okay. And you know what? That's sometimes I would not mind expanding off into sometime. I really don't. I'm learning about. I don't mind. Sometimes I just need a little help with some of these things.
There's one subscriber that you have. I will
Mm-hmm.
have to remember his name, but he has in his icon, he has European football players there in the center. 3 of them: Liverpool, Arsenal, I guess, and Newcastle, as far as I remember. And he's frequently on your stream.
Yeah. And I'll revert to calling it soccer. It's only because it's what I have to go by. Is that it's not really commonly held here in the U.S. and so you don't, especially in the South. It's making a comeback. I mean, it's making inroads, but Americans also don't like floppers in sports. they had it in they had in hockey and stuff like that. But what so much of soccer is like, somebody gets touched, they fall over, writhing in pain like they got hit by a bus.
I hate this too, right? And this
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the game.
Exactly.
I hate
Quit,
it.
quit being a drama queen. Just play the
Yes.
game.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Oh,
Yeah.
the Brazilians when they played against us. My God, stand
Well-
up and play.
Well, let
Dang.
me ask you this question, and not to get into the way to mirror, because I know every country and stuff has their different pro leagues and stuff. Let's take from a World Cup standpoint. Is there much interest in the women's World Cup in Mexico as much as the men's? And I would say, whether it's men's or women, who's the most hated country that Mexico hates to play the most?
Hates to play, or where's the
Like a rival, like a
ability?
rival, like a
Yeah,
rival team they
would
can't
be
stand.
that would be the United States of America. You're still the big country where everybody looks to. Everything else, if they can play against Germany and they have a draw like they had a couple of weeks ago, they're happy with it. But it doesn't mean too much for them.
Even though we stink at soccer in the men's division, the men can't ever
You
win.
are
It's the
not
women that's
that bad. No. I have to correct your opinion about that. The last years, the U.S. national soccer team made a lot of advances, and in the meantime, you're a seriously taken team on the international schedule, right? We were hardly able to win against you 2 weeks ago, 2-1, and it could have easily been a draw as well.
Yep.
So you advanced in that a lot.
Yep.
But,
Exactly.
That's the point. That's a point. No, the Mexicans, so women football, I will answer that. No. Nobody watches any women football, not even women. It is no. It's not discussed. It's not recognized. It doesn't have any TV space. It is not present at all. A lot of women play football here, but we have mixed teams, and that is very common. So we don't do all these men's and women's leagues. You see the kids kick together here. And if there are some talented girls, I'm sure they make their way, but it's nothing recognized. Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep. All right. Well, let's down the rest of the college football world tomorrow. Really not, the rivalry games, Georgia Tech, but that's a one-sided affair. Our friend Wade Nation, Colorado plays at Utah. Alabama, Auburn's Iron Bowl. We got, let's see, Washington play in what they call the Apple Cup, because Washington State is, I guess, for apples.
You say Utah needs a special message that says, play, don't pray.
They need something. They've been struggling this year. The fifth-ranked Seminoles, a battle of teams without their starting quarterbacks. FSU goes on the road to play my Gators. I still think FSU is going to win this one really easily. That's a big rivalry game. Notre Dame Stanford is kind of one of those rivalry games in a way across sectional. Georgia Tech, Clemson, South Carolina. Let's see, that Cal UCLA is a big rivalry. So, and that's about it. So that's the world in the college football leagues. So, and we will take a look at the NFL real quick. So 3 games have been played all yesterday. The Packers actually go on the road and beat the Lions on the traditional traditional Thanksgiving Day, first game of the day. The Lions host at home. Cannot believe this. The Packers moved to 5-6. Lions fall to 8-3. Of course, the Cowboys blast the Commanders, and as we said at the start, Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator for Washington, was fired. And then the 49ers beat the Seahawks 31-3. Here
Finally,
we see
there's at least a name that I recognize.
the Cowboys.
Exactly, sir.
And the Cowboys won a really, really good game. 25 points in the fourth quarter alone after having a 20-0 lead at halftime, a 20-10 lead at halftime. It just was amazing to see. Now, if the Cowboys could play like this in the playoffs, that's a big thing. Quit losing in those playoffs.
Don't
That's a
ask
big thing.
me.
I know. It really is. Well, we got 7 people watching us right now. Hey,
Yeah.
we got a lot of lurkers today, and thank you for your lurkers. Appreciate y'all being here.
So
Hope
what
you're
I
enjoying-
want to say, I understand you with the Dallas Cowboys exactly, sir.
Right.
My team struggles to get back in the first league, which has a playoff mode as well. If you want to get back into the first league, there's a playoff mode. So my team, 5 years in a row, 5 years in a dang row, came to the playoffs and always danged it. So where we are still in the second league, and it appears we're gonna see a 6th year. Hey, buddy.
I will tell you what that's one thing that I've not understood is those different primary and secondary leagues. The fact that you have to win to be able to stay up at that level.
Yes.
It's a very different concept than what we have here.
Yes. It's win or die.
Yeah. Our friend Buddy Hepburn said the Cowboys won't. So I'm no shortage. I'm no shortage of. I'm no shortage of Cowboys doubters. No, got that. If Squeaky was here, I'm sure I'd get a bunch of anti-Cowboy memes and Snortopoopas some like to jump in on it. It's funny. They just how that goes. All right. Oh man, I got a pharmacy. I got to pick up a prescription. Oh, that's nice. Well, bless them. Yeah. Yeah. So. So.
Buddy is not still not over it.
No, I know it's crazy. So
they have only beat teams with a losing record. That's why they don't do well in the playoffs.
No, I know, buddy. You're right. I mean, it's just they get like yesterday crushing Washington 45-10. You know, I think exactly. I don't know that they will ever will. I think they're one that's cursed until there's new ownership. So
until football only is a legend.
Well, hello again, Corey Cochran. Good to see you again. How it going? Well, it's going okay. I'm here with my friend Mexico.
Rollo. Hello, Corey.
Rollo. We're having fun talking about. Well, actually, we've covered a lot of different things. Right now, we're on football/soccer. And we've talked about hurricanes. Our friend
it's not really football. It's more Dallas Cowboys bashing, no?
Yeah, that's okay. I like Dallas Cowboy bashing. I'm kind of cool with it.
Nobody touches the Gators.
Well, I don't know. I've done a lot touching the Gators this year. Oh my gosh! Now they deserve it. We also talked hurricanes earlier in the episode, so. Fascinating discussion of it. So, be in prayer and thoughts for the people down in Acapulco and all, because there was some very significant damage if you're not safe from Hurricane Otis. So,
it's not bashing if it's true.
Exactly. No, exactly. It's not bashing if it's true. Yes, and buddy, you can laugh at your own stuff. That's okay.
I guess he's laughing together with me.
Either that or he's laughing. He knew that he hit a gold one with that one. So
yes, he hit a goal.
But just taking a look here, folks.
I have to learn this sentence, and I have to say it to the people that always think I'm bashing them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, it's not bashing if it's true. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Weenie.
Weenie. Let's say, all right. We got a retweet out there. So, hey.
You always can tell when you try to multitask over there.
Yeah, is it that noticeable? I'm sorry.
And now, as we know it, you can notice it.
Well, it's always hard when you're your own producer. You know, when you're having to do
I
stuff
know.
yourself, it gets difficult. So,
Yeah.
ugh. And then
As
I
long
hit
as you
buttons.
don't get Director X, everything's gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. So, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Well,
Have you
I've
seen
I've
that?
learned I've learned that there's uh times when there's like different times where people come through and stuff like that. So that's why it's always good to be promoting
Have
yourself
you
or
seen
talking, putting
anything
it
of
out there.
the new Robin Hood remake?
No, and I've never been one into Robin Hood though, honestly.
All right. Yeah,
So
that might be very different for Europeans. For me, example, Robin Hood, when I was young, there was two heroes, and that was Robin Hood and Zorro. That were the heroes that I had for a long time. And the
yeah.
myth about Robin Hood and the Sherwood Forest is still strong.
Mhm.
And I was really, really, really surprised what they did there. Oh, 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 oh.
How about that one they did with Kevin Costner?
Yeah,
You know, we had the Brian Adams song that like
yeah,
the stupid song outshowed the movie.
yeah. What was that? What was that Brian Adams song?
Everything I do for you.
Everything I do, I'll do it for you. Well, this movie was kind of boring, but it was true to the lore. Let's
Oh,
say
it was okay.
it was a little bit Hollywood nice. Let's say it like this.
Uh huh.
But the main story was kept as it is. So I watched it in cinemas. I was not bothered by it, and but by this year, I'm more than bothered.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm already in a stage of kind of getting right over it. I mean, they destroyed so many things. It doesn't hurt anymore. Let's say it like
Was it's kind of like what's become is Robin Hood and Men in Tights has been the best Robin Hood movie and Spaceballs for Star Wars. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Robin Hood Men in Tights, absolutely great movie. And there's a very, very good 80s BBC series that I recommend you. It's a 6 or 7-parter. It's there on YouTube for free. Yeah? And it's this is a really, really good one, and it took the time to be historically correct, right? So we're talking about history, not so much about myth. And that's also a point that I really get upset with. No, I mean, okay, I understand that they have a successful character, for example, with Thor and Loki, right?
Mm-hmm.
But please, people, writers, producers, remember that Thor and Loki for the whole northern hemisphere are a little bit more than a character that you all of a sudden can let have gay tendencies. That is our God. That's our God of thunder,
Yep.
right? It has a cultural relevance. How you can do that?
I don't know. I might try to stay with the lore and things like that because they try to make everything too relevant, and those are the things I try to be careful of. But because it's like I don't know. It just especially when I don't know the lore of what the other stuff is, but because it's just I don't know. It's like they feel like they have to deconstruct everything, like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, and look at Han Solo. I mean, look at all the movies really where they're trying to take these great heroes and just make them buffoons or not anything special, or look, hey, this person can do it just as good.
That's what you're just saying is exactly the core of the problem. They try to destroy all types of heroes. Even in the military nowadays, no, it is difficult to find heroes, and heroes are so necessary, right? To have orientation in one or another way. And I don't quite remember who said it, But I recently heard someone saying that you don't have what you have nowadays is not an actor getting into the role and trying to get the best out of the character that he's giving, but you have people that put themselves into the front line, their opinions, and they try to transport all kinds of things so that heroes become unlikable. Right? It's just, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. No, don't tell me that. I know that.
Oh, well, let us take a look at something else. And
Yes, sir. Cool the stones down.
no, well, hey, we try to stay positive. I know. Well, my Darth Maul, my Darth Maul rants. Those are great ones. We got to rant every one of the. Yeah, we got to rant and rave every once in a while. So, but hey, we got 7 people still with us today. Thank you. 6 on the YouTube side, 1 on the Twitch. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for lurking. Please chat if you feel free, because it was very interesting.
I guess the majority is a little busy with having holidays and Black Friday and everything, right?
It depends. I think it depends. It's just, there's times when there's a lot of people out there about this time of day that I've seen. There's others that had big shows, and then there's others, that didn't have that many. So I think it's just probably a combination of a bunch of different variables. I almost said vegetables, but variables go into everything. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start something different a little bit, Masters. If you'd like to sit with me I'm going to try to play at least a round of Ticket to Ride then.
Start your Ticket to Ride, sir.
Exactly. And then you can see. And
he's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride.
Yeah, and this is the other thing. I think some people are trying to do like 10 things at the same time. Yeah. It's one of those days. It's one of those days, I'm sure. Yeah, for lots of people. I know I might actually take a nap soon. I think I was planning on. I had all this energy. I might end up taking a nap soon, so I can
power napping. That's a good idea.
Do a little bit more later. Yeah, I passed out when we got home this morning at about 6 o'clock or after 6 towards 7. I didn't move for a while. I was out.
This is just the most hilarious thing that I can imagine.
Yeah.
Wake up, that man. We need to go to the Lego store. What?
No, actually, I was up. I was up because I did not go to sleep last night.
Oh, right. You didn't make a break at all.
I did. I got a little nap before. Actually, no, I didn't get some sleep. No, I stayed up all night. I tried to go down. I was starting to fall asleep, but got into that Fortnite situation. Then ended up staying up so late. We just had to get the missus up to go to breakfast. But then when I came home, I crashed hard.
Yeah, come on. We're not 19 anymore, sir.
I'm going to fight it every day I can for as long as I can. That's my motto. That is my motto. So we're going to take the 2 long routes. This is going to be a difficult one, though, folks. Yeah, and our weather's not that great here right now also. So it's kind of like it's one of those maybe I should take a nap day.
Maybe I should.
Because when the weather's not good, it's pretty much like, maybe we should,
Oh, if you do that where I originally come from, you will never work, my friend. We have more than 300 days a year where something is falling from the sky on your head, my friend. It's not always rain.
No, not at all. Not always rain.
Snow.
Just hopefully you're not standing in an airplane or or under somebody's balcony.
Oh, we are used to that. Hamburg airplane service had a couple of these type of incidences.
Yeah, I was talking about in case somebody throws a paint chamber pot out the window or takes a leak outside. So, hey.
No, we have really, the climate is bad in the north of Germany. We are very close to the North Pole region, and so we have rain. We have a lot of snow at this time of the year. More than 300 years that something will fall from the sky. You will not have a clear sky. You will not have the sun a lot. Not at
Mhm.
all. It will snow this weekend. Literally.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Even though y'all are further south, I don't know who's further south. I don't know.
Bavaria.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking Germany. Germany. Okay. I'm. Sorry.
Now here, no. The Popocatépetl has snow. But if you really want snow, what is the name? We have a region here where it snows and where you can go at that time of the year. I'm just looking for the name in my head.
Yeah.
Zacatecas.
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 Let's see. Here we go. Now I'm going to take this route here.
Zacatecas with Z.
Zacatecas. All right. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and get this one here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You get bad hands.
It's not too bad yet. I of course, always use the operative word yet.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So there's one train down.
At least one's running.
Yep. So now we got to build that top. Let's see. All right. Well, that's cool.
There you go. Injustice has been reinstalled. So, ma'am did bought the Avenger Tower?
No, she didn't buy that one.
Very happy to hear that. That's a shitty set and it's very expensive.
But it's got a lot of word of mouth stuff.
And it doesn't even have a lot of minifigures. It's not that much fun. I don't know if you know, but there's a former version of the tower, of the Avengers Tower.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, and Lego had the same retail price for it. It's, I think, 7 or 8 years old, maybe a little bit older, but it's like 30% bigger, and it was an openable play set, which the new set all not is. It's small. It's not playable.
No, you
Sorry.
bastard.
Got blocked.
No, they flat out took one of my routes away.
Yes,
Let me do this. Go here. All right. All right. So
rebuild.
All right. Get that load. Yeah, we're all doing this. Let's see. I've got to find my cursor. Yeah.
Buddy Hepburn is on my side on this one. Yeah, it's not worth it. As simple as it is. It's not worth the money they're asking. That is one of the sets where I don't get any FOMO in not buying it. It's okay. Let other people buy it. I buy it when it's 50% or 60% reduced because it will never sell out.
Yeah.
Lego is a topic on its own.
Oh, absolutely. And what are you talking? Real Lego, fake Lego.
Well, for me, having access to all this Mexican bootleg world, also for action figures and stuff like this, collecting has changed a lot in the last 14 years for me.
Really? In what ways?
Well, Mexican bootlegs are really well-made toys, as they have never been made to be sold to foreign countries. They're just made for Mexican kids. The quality is really, really good, and it got amazing during the last 6, 7 years, I will say. So in the meantime, we sometimes get better bootlegs than the brands are pushing out the action figures, and we get a wider range of bootlegs. For example, talking Five Nights at Freddy's, there's only one very little series. Who did it? Who did the Five Nights at Freddy's? And they're very small. Was it Funko? No, it was not Funko. Who was it? Who did Five Nights at Freddy's, my friend? Action figures.
Not sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's one of the big players. They did a couple of them, and very small and extremely expensive, right?
Yeah.
Now, here you get them all, and you get them in giant size, 50 centimeters tall, openable, with masks on that you can pour off with a scary face underneath, and some of them even have light. And they really look scary, right? So this is one typical example where I would say the bootleg is better than the original product.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I did collect the Five Nights at Freddy's bootleg, but I didn't buy the original product.
Okay. Wait a second. Vancouver to Montreal. Oh, shoot. I forgot about one part of it. No wonder it didn't.
Don't worry, don't worry.
There we go. Well, we finished that one.
I admire your, what you say, consistency on that one.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a good, relaxing game. I can just play. You know, I just play it by myself.
I'm probably too much of a German. I cannot play any game just like this. I need to win. At least I will try. At least I will try always.
Yeah. As long as you feel it. All right. Wait. What am I supposed to be? Vancouver to Montreal. Vancouver to Montreal. How did I miss Montreal? I do not get that now. So it's Vancouver to Montreal. Oh, I've done it. Okay, I've done it. It gave me credit. It just didn't show it much of the time. Anyway. Since I only have 6 trains left, I am not going to get more. I wish I had blue. Oh, here, let me get that orange. Let's see. Should have taken the.
There you go. Yes, Buddy is very intelligent. He says we don't buy sets anymore, just get pick-a-brick cups.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And these pick-a-brick cups are really good quality, yeah? And you can get them in good colors. They're a very good alternative if you're a modder, right? But I think, Buddy, that there's a lot of people that don't have the fantasy or the ability to construct or reconstruct their own sets. I know that platforms like Bricklink also offer you the plans, right?
Yeah.
But, that is really kind of a hurdle for a lot of people. It's far more simple to go into the shop and buy a ready-made set, and I think that is basically it. But you're right.
Oh man, I'm not going to complete it. I'm not going to complete it this time.
Lost.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, I think as long as do you mean, What do you mean, No. The reason why is I only have one train car. That's why. Darn. Okay. Let me place it. Put it. Let me just put this thing right here. There we go. All right. 17. Hey, we might actually win one.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Shall I be the witness of an historical moment here?
Absolutely. Oh man, she lost. Okay.
Don't praise the day before the evening, that man.
Mm-hmm. That was a big one right there. Yes. Yay. Take a photo of it. That's probably the easiest win I've had in a long, long, long time.
Exactly. The first that I witnessed.
Yeah. Hey. Gotta have you on more often.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the left side, the train ticket winner of the day.
Yes. Well, hey, we actually, what an easy, that was a dominate. I got rid of all the trains too. That's not happened often for me. We got 8 people watching us. Thank you for your support, folks. It's awesome to have the wonderful Masters Maniac Mexico out with me today on for a little bit. We've been talking hurricanes. Be prayer and support for the people down in Acapulco and those neighboring areas. That was a bad storm that they got, really bad storm that they got last month. So thank you. And Buddy says, we don't buy sets anymore. Just get a pick of brick cups. And that's what we did today. The missus has these clear containers that she bought from them before, and you go back for refills. And you buy more of the spare parts that you don't need and other pieces like Buddy is saying, you just pick apart, you fill a bucket up with it. So, oh my goodness. Oh, but how are you doing, Masters?
I'm fine, sir.
I think I'm starting to wind down. I'm getting relaxed, but we got 8 people with us.
Get a nap, sir.
I might have to do that. I might have to get a nap. The missus is taking a nap. I'll go do that.
That's a very intelligent move, sir.
And maybe come back later today with some Fortnite or some other chill stuff.
All these 8 people will be back as soon as you're online again, sir.
Exactly.
Sure about it.
I know. Well, hey, it was nice to hang out with you, though, for a bit.
It was really nice again. It was a nice chitty-chatty back and forwards here.
Absolutely. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and run it down. Wait.
Let's do that.
Excuse me. Wind it down for now. It's a Friday afternoon. We will be going live. Yeah, and I only play one game of Ticket to Ride, though. That's the thing is I only play one game, and normally I end up playing like this. But
don't repeat it. Don't repeat it because the next game you cannot win.
Retire ahead of it. Yes. So and all that. So yeah, but I'm sure there'll be
your victory at least.
Exactly. We will definitely do that, and Corey's saying rest up. Yes, we'll do. We'll definitely do that. But Masters, thanks for being here with me today.
It was a pleasure, sir. Thank you for having me.
Exactly. All right. Well, hey,
you
have exactly. Hey, words and pictures. Nap Man Sleeping 55. Have you been sitting out there waiting? Words and pictures. Just sitting there lurking for the right moment to
come out and slap you. That one is good.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Nap Man.
There you go. That's the spirit. Oh gosh. And see, that's when crap like that happens. I love. It's like, well, should I not stop streaming because he's here?
You should. You're tired. You haven't slept the whole night, and you were out at 6 o'clock for the Lego.
Yeah, I actually stayed up all the way. We had breakfast at 4:30. 5, and then we went and got in line. Actually, I take that back. I did sit up sleeping in the car.
You see?
Well, when they got out, I was driving. When they got out, they stood in line at the store, and I just kind of sat in the car and just slept straight up just for about 5 minutes, and then I went out, got in line with them, and then drove back. So
Yeah, no, that's not
But yeah.
sufficient.
all right. Well, listen, on that note, we're going to say goodbye. And I didn't even get the funny news stories and memes and stuff, which I wanted to do because I got a whole bunch more of memes that Mr. Angel sent. And I also have a bunch more of source for the funny news stories, probably where in the USA and possibly where in the world. So, well, with that note, everybody have a good afternoon. Masters, thanks again. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.